I'm Rob Mob coming at you with another video. Now this one is going to be a little different than what we've been doing in the past. Now I'm going to give you a problem just off the top of my head for some very quick, very easy practice. Now in terms of inequalities, a lot of us are very inefficient when it comes to inequalities, and they really aren't all that bad if you remember what steps you need to take and if you remember a couple of very specific rules. But inequalities are actually not much different than regular equations if you're paying attention to how you solve. So let's get started. 5x plus 7 is less than or equal to 32. So now our first step is the same as if this were a regular equation. First thing we want to do is make sure that we are isolating this x. So very straightforward. At this point, we should all know what to do. So we have 5x plus 7 is less than or equal to 32, where you're doing reverse PEMDAS. So we're going to start with a negative 7, minusing 7 on both sides. We are left with 5x is less than or equal to 25. Now, for our last step, again, we're getting that x by itself, so we can simply divide by 5 on both sides, and what we are left with is a x is less than or equal to 5. Now, what does this mean in the context of our original inequality? So let's take a look and let's draw a diagram. Now what this is saying is for any value of x, this value of x needs to be less than or equal to 5 in order for this original equation to work. So to model it, let's say I have a number line. Very simple, very small, doesn't need to be extravagant. And all we know, when we know for this equation, x is less than 5. So let's put my 0 here. Let's put my 5 somewhere around here. And I know that my x is going to include that 5. So we're going to draw a circle and then fill that circle in because we are including 5. And x is everywhere less than 5. We know less than, you're going to the left on the number line. So x is represented by this dot here, and then all of the numbers to the left of it on the number line. Every number that is less than 5 will make this equation hold true. If x were 0, 5 times 0 is going to be 0 plus 7, that is less than 32. If x was, for instance, 3, 5 times 3 is 15, plus 7 is 22, also less than 32. It always works in any case. Let's say it was negative 5. If x is negative 5, 5 times negative 5 is negative 25, plus 7 is going to be negative 18, also less than 32. So this math checks